Chance, give me your heart, and I will never do you wrong. 'Cause I will ride for you and die for you for it all. And I will take off from the platform and soar to your arms where I belong. Said I'd ride for you and die for you for it all. I need you with me, you're my heart, but you can't see how it's tearing apart all the things I feel for you, and I can't let go. 'Cause you're my world, my all, my heart and soul. I lay my heart out on the line, and you lay yours right next to mine. I'll fight for you, I'll give my all, no battles tearing us apart. I lay my heart out on the line, and you lay yours right next to mine. I'll fight for you, I'll give my all, no battles tearing us apart. Let's take a chance, give me your heart, and I will never do you wrong. 'Cause I will ride for you and die for you for it all. And I will take off from the platform and soar to your arms where I belong. Said I'd ride for you and die for you for it all. You're my angel for life, you took care of my scars. Opened up my eyes to a world full of love. Made me believe again, made me feel hope again. Kept me alive, I'm so alive, I can't deny. I lay my heart out on the line, and you lay yours right next to mine. I'll fight for you, I'll give my all, no battles tearing us apart. I lay my heart out on the line, and you lay yours right next to mine. I'll fight for you, I'll give my all, no battles tearing us apart. Let's take a chance, give me your heart, and I will never do you wrong. 'Cause I will ride for you and die for you for it all. And I will take off from the platform and soar to your arms where I belong. Said I'd ride for you and die for you for it all. Can't you see just how I feel? I lay my heart on the line for it all, just to make you mine. My love is one of a kind. You're my shining star, shooting from the sky. I'll give you my all, it's just you and I lay my heart out on the line, and you lay yours right next to mine. I'll fight for you, I'll give my all, no battles tearing us apart. I lay my heart out on the line, and you lay yours right next to mine. I'll fight for you, I'll give my all, no battles tearing us apart. Let's take a chance, give me your heart, and I will never do you wrong. 'Cause I will ride for you and die for you for it all. And I will take off from the platform and soar to your arms where I belong. Said I'd ride for you and die for you for it all.
That notes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? I'm talking about the beautiful girl on the train. It was too crowded and I couldn't find my way to her, and I just missed her again. Since she been on my mind, I can't think straight. She's better than any of these women these days. My head's spinning from the thought of her. Allow me to elaborate on my love. She ain't nothing like the usual girl type of Brooklyn Bridge. I seen that girl at Junior's chillin' with a friend. And again at Brooklyn College, right next to the fence. She was looking for an entrance and I wanted to help, but I couldn't find the words to say to save myself. Hey, so now I'm writing all these letters out, and later on I'm gonna post them all around. I hope she reads my writings on the wall. She's my destiny child. They say love at first sight is for fools. Well, darling, I guess I'm a fool for you. And I know that we have never met before, but I feel I know you so well. Cause everywhere that I go, everywhere that I go, I see her face. There's no way she could know, but I'm on my way. I said I'm on my way. I don't wanna go another day, not another day in my future. So baby, could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? At the Brooklyn Bridge. At the Brooklyn Bridge. Could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? There's nothing that can change my mind. I'm so captured by her. Hey, she's all I need, girl of my dreams. You're all I think of. Could you just meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? Yeah. Could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? Meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge. Meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge. Meet me at the Brooklyn. 'Cause everywhere that I go, everywhere that I go, said I see her face. There's no way she could know, but I'm on my way. I don't wanna go another day, my future without her. So baby, could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? At the Brooklyn Bridge. Girl, meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah. Could you meet me at the Brooklyn? At the Brooklyn Bridge.
Is that home or property bringing down your credit score? Tired of fighting with the bank or chasing tenants for what they owe? Is keeping up with the maintenance getting out of control? Let us take the problem off your hands. Fast home buyers can buy that property fast, as is. You don't have to fix a thing. Or we can make arrangements to make payments for you to save your credit from foreclosure or short sales. Fast home buyers have helped others like you in similar situations. We've helped with behind on payments, inherited property, upside down mortgages, properties not up to code, foreclosures, short sales, and more. Get your peace of mind back today. Call today for a free no obligation consultation and see what we can offer you for your property. Call us at 818-504-8209. That's 818-504-8209. Fast home buyers. We'll take your problem off your hands.
Hey, this is Roxanne Shante, and right now you're listening to 8 Squad Rebel Radio. Please believe it, baby. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If you L-O-V-E me, take me by the hand and show me. Put a ring on it and let me on it. Show me things I ain't never seen before. Then give me all I need it for. Don't give another man space to take your place. you is here to stay. If you love me, I'll be true and I'll be yours forever. If you L-O-V-E-D love me, if you L-O-V-E-D love me, if you L-O-V-E-D love me, if you L-O-V-E-D love me. I've waited long enough, waited long for your love. This is what I need, and I need it now. Give you all I got, all that I have, but only if you love me. Hey baby, you know it's not that hard. I'm pretty simple. I'd like to think. If you L-O-V-E love me, if you L-O-V-E love me, hey, give it to me, baby. L-O-V-E love me, if you L-O-V-E love me, I need you to love me. If you L-O-V-E love me, 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 if you L-O-V-E love me.
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
The most talked about internet radio station in the Lion.
To my sisters, yeah, I wanna give a shout out for your power and your strength. What it do? Your creativity, your beauty. Shine, you know we got your back. Show.
Black girl, get your shine on.
Pamela, Angela, Tamara.
Brown girl, get your shine on.
Lisa, Alana, Lakeisha.
Shine, get your shine on.
Akua, Kepler,
I hope
Kimber,
you know you're powerful and you're special. You deserve the very best.
That's right.
The type of girl that don't take no mess.
Can't sing, come on.
You're beautiful just as you are.
That's right.
You don't have to be what you're not, because you already got it.
Don't be scared to love, don't be scared to cry, don't be scared to live, don't be scared to try. If you fall, get up, wipe your tear from your eye. You my sister, you somebody that I care for. Gotta reach for the sky, follow your dreams. As a queen, don't accept nothing less than a king. This world wouldn't be nothing without powerful women. Backbone is family, the first teacher of the
Yes, did y'all hear that song? Oh, hey, he said you deserve the best. Did you hear that? Yes, oh, Zay, you need to let me know who is singing that, because that right there, that's a beautiful song. Whoever that was, I need to find out who that artist is, because I just got my entire life. What? Oh, did you hear that? Zay said it's dead presidents. When I tell you, I just got my life. Big shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. Hey, Minister Darlene, I see you. And then when I go on the radio page, I see my buddy Jay on. Hey, Jay, Piscataway in the building. I see you. Big shout out to Damian Moore. Hey, my auntie Ann is on my Facebook Live. Big shout out to Kimberly Pritchett, Evelyn Ferguson, Tina West. Y'all are doing a thing. Whoa, y'all are like really rolling up in here. What's going on? It's good to see you guys on here. Big time shout out to my friend, station owner, Big Zay. Yeah. And big shout out to Larry Capital Gains, who I call L, who just jumped on and said, Ms. Barker. What's going on, L? It's good to see you guys on here. Yes, Minister Darlene, we're about to get down and do it again. Yes, today has been an incredible day. How was everybody's day? Let me see where y'all at. Let me see where y'all are at. Lena, I see Lena Dina on here. My Lena Dina. Latoya. Hey, Tati, every time I see your name, man, I'm not going to even lie to you. I start thinking of the reggae song, Tati. and I just get ready to start going in. It's good to see you on here. How was everybody's day? I need you guys all on my Facebook Live. If you guys are on my Facebook Live or the radio page, holla at me. Let me know how your day was. What was going on with your day? Did you guys have a good day? Was it crazy? Was it okay? Could it have been better? What was it like for you? What city and state are you repping? Let me see where you at. Because I know I got people all over on here. Everybody that's on Facebook Live, you guys are coming from all over the place. Jay over on the A Squad page, I know he's out in Virginia. And then Latoya, I know Toya moved somewhere down south. I can't even remember where she moved to. Evelyn, I know you out here in Jersey. You better be in New Jersey because I need to get my hair braided. So big shout out to everybody that's on my Facebook Live on both of the Facebook pages. Big shout out to you guys. Give yourself a hand. So if nobody gave you a hand today, Tiffany Renee is giving you guys a big hand. So I'm so glad to see you guys on here. Big shout out to Dwayne and Kenneth. You guys know I tried to go ahead and do a roll call real quick. I tried to see where everybody is, what city, what state, to see how your day was. Why? Because if it's making me matter, I got to make sure that you guys understand that you matter. So right now it's all about y'all. It's what, 6:40? Let me tell you guys, did you guys see what happened on the news while you guys are coming through? In Florida, good God Almighty. I think it's called Florida International University. A bridge collapsed. And when I tell you my heart sank, I was walking out of one of the buildings, and on the screen it showed that this bridge just straight up collapsed, and my heart just sank. I am praying that there were no fatalities. Does anybody know if there's been any fatalities? I'm hoping that there have not been. Listen. Lots of big news for baby girl. That's what's up. Listen, Elle, it's always a good day when it comes to y'all because y'all grind and hustle left and right, which is so super dope. So, yeah, listen, it's just sad. Let me tell you guys something. One thing I am learning is to totally not take life for granted, not take people for granted, not take love for granted, not take anything for granted. You get up one morning, and then by the time you think you're going home, you actually don't make it home. There's so much to pray for, so much to take into consideration when it comes to our life and how we live, so much to take into consideration because our see you later we don't realize may be our final goodbye. So there's so much to pray for. Hey, Minister Brian Major, I see you on here. Yeah, there's so much to just pray for. Larry, did you see that? It was terrible. So let's keep those families uplifted in prayer. What did you guys think this week about the students' walkout? Let me tell you something. When I tell you, I have never been so proud. Tasha, come on over here and sit down. Look, you know I interrupt anything, and Zay's probably like, oh my gosh, my ears. I scream constantly, all day, every day, whenever I'm around Zay. And poor thing, I screamed eek or I screamed say so a couple of weeks ago, and poor thing was unwrapping candy, and candy went flying everywhere because I started screaming. Tosh, you know some things just don't change. Come on over here so everybody can see your face real quick. With your pretty self, you're still just gorgeous. Hey, Tosh! Say hi to everybody on Facebook Live and wave to everybody up there, and then we're going to get you situated in a little bit. Yes, praying for those students. So listen, everybody, that I have so much to say, and you being an educator, when we get you settled, we're going to talk about this. I have I'm not trying to be funny, no shade to anybody. Everybody has their own views about stuff, but can I tell y'all a little secret? I have an issue with anyone who has an issue with the kids that walked out. How about that? I have a big issue. If we're going to sit up here and try to be the example of standing up for, hey, Nelly, I see you, standing up for certain things and trying to do the right thing. And so now these kids have a voice, and they're able to go ahead and voice their strengths to try to prevent these murders happening all over the place because it's people their age that's getting killed, and we try to shut them down. I have a big problem with that. Hey, Latoya, I see you on the 8 Squad page. Yeah, I have a big problem with that. I'm really curious to see what you guys are thinking. So I want to go ahead and take a really quick break. Make sure you guys share this video. I don't care what page you're on. Make sure you text a friend, tell a friend, send a smoke signal, do whatever you got to do. Let's get this thing shared, because my girl Natasha is in here. You guys call her Natasha. I call her Tasha. You can't do that because y'all ain't that close with her. But anyway, I am so super excited to have her here. We're going to take a quick break. Only on
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
The most talked about internet radio station in the land.
You know you drive me crazy, and you keeping on, treating me so cruel. It ain't cool. It's alright to be a fool, as long as I'm a fool for you. So do like you wanna, but baby, don't you leave. I'll take what you give me, baby. Just don't leave me, please. Girl, you are so special, and I feel special too. But the major difference is that I'm a special fool for you. Special kind of fool for you. I'll do what you want me to do. Special kind of fool for you. Yeah. I sit home waiting, but you never call. Give you my credit cards so you can go to the mall. It's getting late, baby, and stores close at night. I just wanted to hear from you, to know that everything's alright. I know you got what you wanted, 'cause there's a smile on your face. And if it feels that good to you, baby, you can go shopping every day. Girl, you're so special, and you make me feel special too. But the major difference is, baby, I'm a special fool for you. Special kind of fool for you. And I'll do what you want me to do. Special kind of fool for you. Hey, I don't ask any questions, 'cause I'm afraid of the truth. It really don't make no difference, 'cause I'ma be right there for you. If you love me in the morning, you can miss it at night. 'Cause the kind of fool I am, baby, everything will be alright.
what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Rod Digger, a.k.a. Dirty Harry, yeah. And you are checking out 8 Squad Rebel Radios. Make sure you keep it logged on right here, baby. Digga, digga, you heard?
Baby, this is not no 9 to 5, but I'm putting in that overtime. When I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body. Baby, this is not no 9 to 5, but I'm putting in that overtime. When I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body. Now, girl, don't you be so selfish with your body, babe. No matter what you need, I swear I got it, babe. I know what you want, and I know what you like. If you want it, then tell me. You can get it tonight. Now I just need your body grinding against my body. Now I won't tell nobody that I put in work on your body, that I put in work on your body. Baby, this is not no 9 to 5, but I'm putting in that overtime. When I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body. Baby, this is not no 9 to 5, but I'm putting in that overtime. When I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body, when I put in work on your body. Now, baby, lay your body on me. Oh, now, baby, caress me under palm trees. Whoa, hey, look, whether it's morning or night, make sure you're horny and tight. There you go.
The most talked about internet radio station is the Lion.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Tiff, and I am back, 8 Squad Rebel Radio, with the Make Me Matter radio show. Big shout out to Lance in his absence, and we got my girl Tasha in the building. Hey, Tasha. What's up with you? Now my phone is so. Let me see if I get you. There we go. What's up, Tasha?
Nothing much. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm like so super duper excited and incredible. I'm like, okay, I gotta try to be. I guess they say as professional as possible. I don't think.
Okay,
we know that's not gonna happen. Like, how is this really going to go? You look fantabulous.
Thank you. So do you.
Listen, but for y'all that are just tuning in, if you guys missed us on the break, we're having sidebar conversations and stuff. I've known Tasha. Tasha was one of my best friends as of the 10th grade. Tasha was one of my best friends as of in the 10th grade. Was it the 10th grade?
9th or 10th?
9th or 10th grade?
10th grade was when we had that Mr. Fox, remember? So I think it was a little bit before that, maybe 9th?
That name is the devil.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because you know about Mr. Fox. Can I just look, let me tell you, and you know what's messed up? My cousin had him, and he failed my cousin.
Are you serious?
Just because of the last name.
I'm not surprised.
But I'll never forget it. What my beef with Mr. Fox was that one year he had come out his face and said, this was during the Rodney King beatings, and he said
you just dated us. Like, did you really have to go back there? Jeez. I'm trying to claim 21. And
right. Look,
you went back to Rodney King.
Wait,
okay.
Half of these people watching might not even know who Rodney King is. But he was like, there was nothing wrong with that. I don't see why the cops beat him. And I took my history book and threw it at him, and he failed me for the year. Yep. Thank God for Miss Walsh. Miss Walsh let me chill in her office, and it was all good. Big shout out to her. I think she passed away. I'm not sure if she did. But big shout out to her. Big shout out to everybody on the 8 Squad Rebel Radio's page. I see you, Elizabeth Marie. How are you? And so everyone that just jumped on, Minister Lewis Dixon, I see you. I need you guys to go ahead and share this page. My girl Tasha is on here. We've been friends since I was 14 years old, and there's a reason why I have her on here. I don't just let this anybody come up here. Tosh.
Yes.
Tell everybody what you're doing, who you are. I mean, before you even started doing what you're doing, you were in education, right?
Right.
So tell everybody about that.
So I went to Montclair State for my bachelor's, went to King for my master's. I did an internship at Montclair.
Go ahead.
You remember I used to always want to work at a community center, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at Montclair. I'm like, okay, I'm a psychology major. What am I going to do? I get an internship at Malcolm X Shabazz High School in York.
Yes!
And it completely changed my life.
Really?
Really? I have a foster son as a result of working there.
Really?
I have students who have now become my children. I have 2 biological children. I probably have about 20 other children that call me. Well, they're grown now, but they're my babies. Some of them have babies. Some of the on my Facebook page or my Instagram, you'll see some of the babies that are on there.
Mm-hmm.
Those are children that I used to work with that I still mentor.
Really?
They come to Thanksgiving. I go to weddings.
So they're
baby showers.
family?
They're family.
Oh,
they're family. So I started off interning there. Then I moved my way up quickly. I was doing dropout prevention, college assistance, all of that. Just, kind of working with the community, always trying to help our
Was
youth.
it hard working in Shabazz, though?
So when you're 20 and your oldest student is 19, that's a little bit of a challenge.
Oh, wait. Right.
So, I mean, at first, I had to go in, no cute clothes, everything frumpy. I had to go in with a mean face and, don't play with me. But, they were a good batch of teachers, a good batch of people I work with. I learned so much. The ones that challenged me the most made me the best. And so the ones that I still keep in contact with this day, I won't say her name in case she's watching, but there's a few people who used to walk out on the roof at Shabazz, and I used to have to go get them. I was that person that, I had my little car.
Right.
I would go around on different blocks, snatch people up, bring them back to school.
But that's what it's about.
Right.
That's how it should be.
Right.
And I'm not trying to be funny. Am I wrong for saying that? Even still, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's what they kind of want.
Right, love.
They want love. They
Right.
want to know that somebody cares about them, because a lot of times, even now with these young mothers,
Right.
they don't have the energy
Right.
to do the parenting.
Right.
So
Right.
these kids are out there looking for a parent.
Absolutely. And the tougher you are, that tough love is what they need, because they need discipline as well. Right. They need consequences. They need to know that, and they're going to test you. They need to know that when they test you, you still love them, you're still going to be there, but you're not going to take their mess either.
That's what's up.
So, yeah, it was one of the best, jobs of my life. Got pregnant, wanted to be a stay-at-home mom for a while, finished grad school.
And you married
Did that, yeah. And then I said, you know what, being a stay-at-home mom is cool. I have an education. What can I do? I didn't want to go back to Shabazz. I was at a time when the Bloods and the Crips was just coming to Newark. All of my students were involved in all kinds of activities. Wow. And I had to choose, am I going to continue to go to, my car has been broken into.
Tosh!
That's just part of life. In urban education, a lot of times, anybody who's ever worked in Newark, Trenton, Camden, Brooklyn, you go park your car, you go knowing they may not be there.
But did you find out if it was anybody that knew you?
So here's the thing. As you make a name for yourself, because when you become a mom to those kids, they stop whoever's going to. There's been times when my car was supposed to be stolen, and they were like, Miss Wright, they were going to steal your car. I was like, nah, that's Miss Wright's car. Don't do that. And they stole somebody else's car.
Wow.
But hey, there's been times where I had a flat tire. AAA would not come over to Johnson Avenue after 8 o'clock. I'm there. I had members of the football team lifting my car up. When you give love, you get so much more love back. So that taught me so much. It propelled me to want to, start my own business, do my own thing. Because at a certain point, I was hitting a glass ceiling. I was working for a nonprofit agency. And by the time I was 22, 23, I was already as high up as I can go, still doing direct services with that company.
Wow.
Because I shot up fast, something that I really love to do. Started my own company. Well, I started a few companies. So I started doing real estate first. I started doing real estate investments. That was my first baby. And then, I started doing that. The market got hot, loved that, but it wasn't my passion. It was still, working with children, working with youth. So then I said, okay, well, you know what? Let me do something like, start a daycare center, tutoring company. I did that for a number of years. And then, it was time for that to end. And then I started this new venture, CareCare Concierge.
What is that? I went on the page and said, shoot, I want to have a kid just to send them to you.
Thank you. So CareCare Concierge is the parent solution for today. I looked at what it is I needed as an entrepreneur. I looked at my busy friends and said, like, who wants to make a bunch of phone calls, looking for a tutor, looking for a sitter, going to get groceries or whatever have you. So CareCare Concierge is a life management company for parents. We do all of that. We do this babysitting, tutoring, make meals, travel with families if they have to go, either on vacation or business trips to help them with their children. So they just simply call our office and they're able to get all the services that they need for their busy family.
Really? So let me ask you a question. Is that only in Jersey?
It's in Jersey. We're spreading out to New York, but we also have clients that go coast to coast. So we have some that live in Jersey, work in Cali. So I have traveling sitters and nannies as well that will go with them. So I'm looking to, to grow it because it's something that is unique. It's a solution that many companies have not yet found, that was warranted. So I'm kind of on the cusp of something before it really happens. So I'm just really looking to grow it fast.
Let me tell you something. You just got where was that picture that you were, your office, is it in Trenton?
So I have two, so that's another project. I'm always doing something.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, the average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income, right?
So say that.
Yeah, so
say it again.
The average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income. I have no business sleeping or just having one stream of income when there's money to be got.
Right.
There's no excuse for it.
But Tasha, you always been like that.
I have always been like that. I have an entrepreneurial spirit. And that's the thing about me being in an office. I loved my job when I was there, but I kind of felt claustrophobic. Like I felt like I was boxed in.
Really?
Yes. I don't like ceilings. Like I want to make my own rules. I want to be able to create my own lane.
Some stuff never changed.
Okay now. But that's the way to, if you want to be your own boss, you want to make your own rules. That's what I used to tell my students too. You want to not listen to your teachers, then you need to have your own business and make your own rules, hire your own employees, do it your way. Right. There's no need to be unemployed if you want to be a rule breaker, but you need to make your own lane and ride in that lane. And at that point, there was no kind of service that kind of pulled everything together. So that's what brought about CareCare Concierge. My Trenton project is a result of, so I went to this program sponsored by Goldman Sachs about 4 years ago. Intensive program, hundreds and hundreds of applicants in New York City, tri-state area apply. 30 of us got in, and it was one of the best programs I've ever been to. It was intensive. The mentors, the advisors were great. They introduced us to other business owners. We now have a network, which is something that a lot of entrepreneurs miss out on. You're on your own island. You're doing your own thing. You're not connecting with family or friends because this entrepreneur life is crazy. People don't understand, okay, I'm going to go to, no, I can't. I got to work.
And am I wrong for saying that do you sleep this thing? Because first of all, just by default, you've known me for a long time. You know the light is always on green for me and never in between. But it's worse for me now, to be honest with you, since I got this radio show. I started this radio show maybe 2 years ago. I think. Zay, how long have I been on Okay, so it's been about 2 years, right? And at the end of the day, my mind is always going.
Yes.
How do you, having all these different things going, do you shut it off or do you just let it go?
Should I be honest?
Go right ahead.
I don't sleep. I naturally have not. You remember when we were kids, I would get up early. I was, that chick that didn't sleep in. There was no 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock wake up.
Our parents didn't allow that.
Exactly. So I'm the same way now. I try to divide my time up. Of course, my children come first, but anything outside of that, I'm working. I have a great staff that works with me. I'm not scared to hire people and train them and teach them how they can grow professionally, but also how to help me grow a business. And so I had my hands in a few different things, but I couldn't do it unless I had great people with me.
One thing I wanted to do is, because this is Women's History Month, and you're the first guest to represent for the ladies.
Nice. Thank you.
And I wanted you on here, Tosh, because the one thing I know about you firsthand is that, people are knowing you for who you are now. You've always had a structured life. You've always been big on education. You've always been big on You was always a boss. you was always a boss. You know what I'm saying? So you've always
No stories.
No stories. But wait till we get out there when these mics are off. But you've always been that chick to just say, you know what, I'm going to, and who's telling me that I can't?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now where you are now. Has your circle changed because of being this entrepreneur? And how hard is it dealing with shifting the shifting of the guard, so to speak, to shift, and your family has to be even though your immediate family, meaning your daughters and so forth, is your priority.
Right.
Everything outside of that comes to a halt. How do you manage that?
I mean, who's going to ride for you, who wants you to win, will end up being there in the long run. You have to cut out the mess, whatever it is in your life. Just like when you go on a diet, like you cut the carbs, you cut the garbage.
Right.
You have to cut that out of your life if you want to be successful.
Right.
You can't have people behind you that say win, win, win in your face, and then behind your back are like, okay, she's never going to do that. Because it's going to take away from your mindset. And in order to control a company, in order to run a family, in order to run your own life, you have to have the mindset that I'm going to do this regardless of whoever says what.
Right.
And that's it. And whoever is with me is going to ride with me, and whoever is not, that's fine. That's fine. And so, I've had situations where I've had to cut people out, but it's been for the benefit of myself and everyone else. And whoever I have with me now are riders.
Right.
Or writers,
and
just
you still have some of the same writers that you've been with since we were kids.
A handful of friends.
A handful.
A handful of
and
friends.
I want to name them, but I'm not, because I don't want people to start trying to pull on them just because of you.
My handful
But
of
at
friends.
the end of the day, you have to keep that handful. I started thinking about friendship, Tash, and I love everybody.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I realized who's still in my life.
Right.
And who's not.
Right.
And then I question, well, what really happened with this person, and where are they? I wonder whatever happened. I wonder why we stopped speaking. And
Reason, season, lifetime.
That's it.
Split it into 3, and you figure out where each person goes. And then when it's time to close that relationship, it's healthy to close that relationship and be done with it. And you wish everyone well. You don't wish anyone, any kind of ill. But sometimes it's time to close that chapter and move on.
It's time to close that chapter and move on. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you about something. That takes strength. And it, a lot of people say, that you doing things wrong. That's wrong if you do that. No.
Right.
That's I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That people don't understand that it puts you in a place of perspective.
Yes.
I used to always hear the term choose your poison, and I used to be like, why you want to choose anything poisonous? I'm not choosing nothing poison.
Right.
Give me something precious, but don't give me nothing with poison.
Right.
And so I mean, when we get to that place of recognizing our value, and it's recognizing this is who I am.
Right.
I'm not perfect.
Right.
But there's certain standards that I have to maintain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when it's a whole mindset thing.
Right.
But how can you explain to someone who wants to be where you are in regard to entrepreneurship,
Right.
to go ahead and do that when they have not had the mind to do it, but they see what you're doing and like, I want to do that. It's
Right.
encouraging.
Right.
How would what would you say to them?
So there's a few things. First of all, Women's History Month. As a woman, one of the things you learn about yourself as you mature, as you come into your own, as you hit whatever number that is, that curve, you have to learn your power. You have power. Whatever it might be. You might be great at doing hair. You might be great at working with families. You might be great at law. You have to find your purpose and your power. And once your passion feeds what you're doing, there's no work involved. You're just basically
Mommy
just flowing.
says that. Mommy says
Yes.
she's so proud of you, and
Oh,
Mommy
tell
said
her
the
that
same
hello.
thing. I will. She loves you. She said that she said that, I think T.D. Jakes had said something. When you find your passion, you find your purpose.
Yes, absolutely.
And that right there, just like whew, went
Right.
through me like a ton of bricks.
Right.
Because it makes sense.
Right.
I think sometimes I can testify to this.
Right.
I'm one of those. My attention's always been. Listen, I'm looking at like,
Yes.
I could hear what you're saying, be caught up in a whole bunch of other things, come
Right.
back to where you were and pick it up. But at the end of the day, I've always said, I wanted to do this, I want to do that. And it never stuck.
Right.
And I think the reason why it never stuck is because it wasn't my passion.
Right.
And I've been getting inbox messages for people that want me to be a part of this, be a part of that. And I tell them up front, I am not going to waste your time.
Right.
Because I know me.
Right.
No shade to anyone who does Mary Kay.
Right.
I tried it because I love makeup.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I wasn't trying to do it. Why? Because it just wasn't me. I've always loved radio.
You hit on something. You know you.
Right.
And so that's what it's about. It's about, you can learn yourself on the way. Like, I'm not saying wait to learn yourself fully to become an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, know that you're not going to always have people in your corner.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be late nights, early mornings, first to get up, last to go to sleep. If you're okay with that, then you want to be an entrepreneur. Oftentimes, you're jumping off the first cliff you can find and finding the parachute on the way down. Mm-hmm. That's just this entrepreneur life. Like, you have to be cut out for it. There's going to be a lot of no's. And as a woman, I always tell my mentees, put on your highest stilettos, kick that door in.
Say so, stilettos!
Kick that door in. You don't accept no for an answer. Like, no's are non-negotiable to me.
Say so.
Right. Not right now. Not this way.
Right.
Okay, that's not good for you. Back door. Like, if you're going to accept no as an entrepreneur, you're not going to be successful.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Tosh, both of us growing up were pretty bullheaded in regard to being a boss. Mm-hmm. You were a boss in your own right. I was a boss in my own way. But at the end of the day, neither one of us took no for an answer. If there was something that we wanted, I don't care what it was.
Go for it.
Everything we wanted, we had.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I even live this life like even in my worst situation, Tasha, I can't wait to talk to you, because even in my worst situations, I feel like there's nothing that I cannot attain.
Right.
Because if it's something I want, I'm going to find a way to make it happen.
Absolutely.
Why? Because that's called the grind. That's called the hustle. That's called whatever it is that I see that I need is worth going after.
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes we take the strength to do that for granted. We get tired. I wrote a book 2 years ago, and I'm not going to even lie to you. There were times I had writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to write.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bump this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't have the strength. I don't even know where to pick up. How do I start off? I would cry. Mm-hmm. It took me 2 years to write this book, and it's only 40 pages, if not close to 40. But you know what? It was the 40 best pages that I started off with.
Right.
And to this day, when I'm going through, I go to my own book.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yes.
I go to my own stuff.
Yes.
If I can encourage other people, you best believe I should be able to have the strength to encourage myself.
Absolutely.
But I'm just saying about that whole breaking point.
Right.
Because it feels like I don't have the strength to do this anymore. I got a question for you. I don't know if you know, do you know Jonathan Allen?
No, I don't.
He lived in Star Point.
Okay.
He has a question for you.
Sure.
He said, in regards to her sleeping patterns, how do you keep up? So does she practice? There we go with the words. I love him to pieces. But how do you pronounce that, Jay? Is it polyphasic sleep? Have you ever heard of that? Mm-mm. Okay, so you're going to have to help us both. So does she practice polyphasic sleep to keep up? For example, do you sleep 4 hours or so and take controlled naps throughout the day?
No, I don't. I mean, I just naturally don't require that much sleep. Now, granted, I know sleep is important, but I just don't really require that much sleep. I mean, I will sleep when necessary, but during the day, I'm running around. I'm balancing, the kids are in school. I have a certain number of hours. I have an office in Bridgewater, one in Trenton. I have staff depending on me. Like, there's no time to sleep for me during the day. Mm-hmm. I have other people depending on me. After school, I'm also that active mom. I'm at the track meets. I'm talking to the teachers. I'm cooking dinner from scratch, baking, like doing all those things. And then, by 8 o'clock, 9:30, I'm a little tired. I might I might go to sleep for 4 hours. And, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm wide awake. And so, sometimes instead of watching TV, I'm working. I'm on the computer because since I have a staff, I have to set up things for them. And if I don't have those things done, I can't expect for them to be productive. So, I get sleep, but I just don't require much. Like, once I get to where I feel like I'm comfortable enough, then, I can sleep more. But right now, I'm uncomfortable sleeping too much.
It's funny you said that, because I'm going to be honest with you about something. I don't sleep.
Right.
When I tell you I don't sleep, and I thought there's an issue. I still think there's an issue, because I'm like, this don't make no sense. I have a full-time job where I am at work 8 hours a day.
Right.
I come home, flip open my laptop, I start planning and writing stuff out and thinking about what do I need to do for the show, what events do I need to have,
Right.
you know, what do I need to put together,
Right.
yada, yada, yada. Then I go to sleep. I had to try to force myself to sleep by 10 o'clock.
Right.
Because I know, check this out.
Right.
If I go to sleep by 10, guess what? I'm going to be up by midnight, and then I'll be up until 2 o'clock sitting there like, I can't believe this. Okay,
Right.
all this stuff that I need to do.
We should talk
And
it too.
Taj, I'm telling you, call me. I
Right.
will be up.
I'll be up.
Well, let me tell you something. Between that
Right.
and then not going back to sleep to about 3:30, 4, I have to get up at 5. So now I'm just like, I ain't getting up at 5. I push it to the limit. Like, I'll get up at 6:30.
Right.
Running around the house like Macaulay Culkin.
Right.
Because I'm like, I need to catch up on some sleep. And the
Right.
funny thing is, my boss is the same way.
Oh, wow.
He and I just talked about that today. He said, Tiff, I'm leaving because I'm tired. I said, good for you.
Right.
You know, go
Right.
home good.
Right.
He said, I've been up since 3. I said, I already know. And I just put my hand on my
Right.
head and said, I already know. And I share certain things that that he and I have very have similarities,
Right.
in regard to our sleeping patterns. And I
Right.
said to him, I said, Mike, there's days that I wish that I could shut my brain off. I
absolutely.
wish I could take my thinking and throw it out the window.
right.
But at the end of the day, if that was the case, I have a mug that the office gave me for
Right.
my birthday. It says the boss. At the end of the day, if I
Right.
did that, I wouldn't be the boss.
Right, absolutely.
You
And
know
most
what I'm saying?
entrepreneurs, most bosses are like that. Like, you have to, again, you got to take care of yourself. I'm not saying don't sleep. I mean, people knock, hustle. I mean, you have to hustle smart. Like, when your body says it's time to lay down, you need to take yourself a break. And you need to know yourself, know what you can handle. But if you don't require that much sleep and you get your rest, and then that produces a better thought process, go for it.
That's the thing, a better thought process. Huh. I guess we need to think differently.
Think smart.
Y'all better fix your brains. Look, I need to fix mine. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. I am so happy to be sitting here with my longtime girlfriend. I'm going to go attack her face one more time, and then we're going to come back. We will be back. Stay tuned. Don't you guys go anywhere. We will be back on
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
I'm so proud.
The most talked about internet radio station in the land.
We're Blush Music, and you're in the mix with 8 Squad Rebel Radio.
Yeah. Summertime vibes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're like a man that's on a mission. You know I'm aiming for the stars. You fell in love with my ambition, but you tell me I work too hard. I need a day off. You know me well because I'm on a quest for electric relaxation. When I told my dream girl it was off to the races. First place, but I'm trying to pace it. Ain't wanna get consumed, needed something to occupy the spaces. Baby, maybe you could take my mind off things. But I'm tired of overwork, that's when your phone gets a ring. And you don't take it personal, you see how I grind. You just ready whenever I get some time. It used to be like, girl, just rest, ain't no need to dress up for me. Yeah, yeah. You hit me like they gone, I got the free. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't hesitate, no, don't you know, no. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill.
Post-prom turn up, we just vibing at the beach house. Bathing suit for sure because it's 98 degrees out. Nice on the shore, board shorts and Huffy tees out. Squad hit the pillar like you brought the whole team out. Almost time for graduation. Excitement starting to get to you, you're so impatient. But it's been 4 years, you just tired of waiting. All them tests and quizzes finished, now you celebrating. So I gotta say congratulations. I heard you head to Old North in the fall. I heard they hit you with them chips, so you ain't paying at all. You used to stress over them A's, I guess it's paying off. But I just need a little quality time before you go. Had commitment, but right now ain't the time, baby. I know we both trying to spread our wings, live and learn, study and grow. Parting ways, but this for old time's sake. So
just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I ain't trying to pressure you. Just can't stop thinking about you. You ain't even really gotta be my girlfriend. I just wanna know your name. Then maybe sometime we can hook up. We can hang out, we can just chill. Say I ain't trying to pressure you. Just can't stop thinking about you. You ain't even really gotta be my girlfriend. Say I just wanna know your name. Then maybe sometime we can hook up. We can hang out, we can just chill. Only if you say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and
We're Blush Music, and you're in the mix with 8 Squad Rebel Radio.
What are you pressing?
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
It was just a
The
turn of
most
mic.
talked about internet radio station in the Lion.
No idea.
Oh man, Zay will tell you. I tell Zay all the time, I'm not pushing any buttons. Messing around with me, I'll accidentally push an eject button. We all be in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, Tasha? Hello. When I tell you, it's truly, for those who just came on and who missed the first half of the show, it's 7:23. Big shout out to Tasha, Natasha to you guys.
Hello.
You know, so Tasha's up here with talking about her business and how to be an entrepreneur. What kind of, it's Women's History Month. I get my S's mixed up. Like, what position does the S go in? Here's my question.
Yes.
How hard is it being a woman? Doing what you I saw your face real quick.
Oh, I've been working on that. I've not changed since high school. I try with the faces.
Your face just now, man. And you know,
sorry,
I pay
guys.
attention to everything.
Okay, ask the question before I make the face.
You already made the face, so the question is now null and void. So here's my question.
Yes.
How do you actually go about being who you are as a woman and coming up against male entrepreneurs? Do you see that there's really a competition, or have you run into situations where they're like, you know what, do your thing, let's work together? Or have you had the man just always one or two or maybe a few that tried to ante up on you?
So honestly, for me, it depends on the industry. When I was really, really heavy into real estate and flipping properties, that old boys club.
Really?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So flipping properties is deemed as something more for men than women?
Well, construction, like that side of it. I mean,
Got
but even
it.
like at closings or even at, like negotiations and things like that. Like
Right.
a lot of times, if you're trying to strike a deal and you're sitting at a table, again, stereotypically speaking, not every man is like that,
Right.
but you're sitting at a table full of men and they're looking at you like, okay, what are you going to do? And then you go in there and again, like you said, I've not changed that much since we first met. I'm the boss and this is how it needs to be. Like, I want this property. I need you to do this, to do that. And, we're not going to, boy, like, no, we're going to sit and you're going to listen to me because I'm the one that's paying you. You know, so sometimes you have, again, it's about knowing your power, knowing your strength. And like, if you are an employer of any sort, you have someone that you're paying, whether it be a contractor, a staff member, like, you can't allow for someone else to intimidate you, whether it be male or female. So in the real estate flipping industry, yes, I definitely have had to, you know, really like, look, I'm not taking anybody's mess. Like, you know, you can have whatever predisposed notions you think that you're going to have, but at the end of the day, these are my properties, and this is what needs to be done, and I'll replace you if need be. When it comes to the education industry, that has been funny too. I mean, and
really,
not just male, female. I've also had issues with race. I've had people come to interviews and ask me if I'm going to get my boss, and I've told them they've climbed up the ladder as far as they can go, and I'm it.
Wait, I just got my entire life. Say that again.
Absolutely.
So you've got to be kidding me.
No, I've had, if I can tell you some of these horror stories, I mean, like, there's just things that you have to have a thick skin. You cannot take things personally. And
Jesus.
At the end of the day, you have to separate their issue from your issue.
How do you do that?
Because some people are just crazy. And you're not going to pull me into your craziness. At the end of the day, I need to leave here as stable as I came in.
Say so.
And if you pull me into your craziness, I'm crazy with you. And that can't happen. So you have to know your worth. You have to know that all money is not good money.
Have you had bribes?
I mean, I've had all kinds of craziness.
Kind of offers.
Kinds, you know, but I know what my mission is. I know how I can sleep at night, and I know what I need to be true to. So, you know, that's my guiding light. Like, you know, yes, am I trying to make my own lane? Am I carving out what I need to do? But I'm not compromising on certain things.
I don't blame you. So I have a question for you. The question is, does she think black females sometimes exhaust their authority because of the predisposed disposition?
I mean, I guess generally speaking, sometimes yes. I mean, you know, like I have to, as a woman in business, one of the things that I've always done is I'm very conscientious of how I dress. You know,
absolutely.
So, you know, I make sure, even down, now I also study psychology, so I'm half crazy as well. So, like, you know, down to the color of what I wear. When I go into a room, a networking function, I'm working that room. Now, that's the business part of me.
Right.
You know, that may not be a male-female thing, but I'm going in there with my targets, and I'm, you know, going to make sure that I'm shaking hands with, I'm making eye contact with, and whatever you come thinking that I should be, if I'm not, I'm going to tell you who I am. And you're going to have to accept that, or you choose to walk away.
That's good.
And that's how you have to go into it, I believe.
How hard is it for you to have competition inadvertently, so to speak, right, with other black women and even white women?
For me, so I think personally, competition is relative. Like, I have to allow you to be my competition. You don't get to tell me you're my competition.
Say so!
So
say that again. You almost had me drop my phone.
I mean, I have to give you permission in some senses. You know, again, like that's about the power.
Right.
That's what I tell students about when they allow people to have them argue. An argument takes two people. So if you use that mentality to, you know, engage with others, I mean, the women that I have around me, whether in my immediate circle or my business circle, whether they be black women or not, they're super supportive. They, you know, they want me to win. Like, there's no me asking, begging for, or whatever have you. It's, what are you doing? What can I do? How can I support you? That's who I keep around me. Now, on the exterior, they're there, but they're on the outside for a reason. like I don't have time.
Tosh, you know what? The one thing I've learned that my biggest downfall is, and I'm listening to what you're saying, and this is stuff that has been not only my biggest downfall today,
right?
My biggest downfall with life,
right,
is my heart.
Yes.
So yes, I don't need you to co-sign.
Yes.
That.
Okay. But look, I was waiting for you to finish, but I knew it was coming. But
you know what I'm saying, Tosh, and you know
you got to learn how to say no. You asked me to be on the show. You want me to be honest? Listen.
Tosh,
no is okay.
Tosh,
if it protects you, no is okay. And no without an explanation. Can you do this? No.
You
My mother's Jamaican, so like if my brother's listening, if Allie is listening, we always make a joke. Allie would ask my mom, "Mommy, can I go outside?" No, and he'd be looking for more. There is no more. Done. And you remember my mom. Like,
listen.
Same thing. Like, sometimes you deserve an explanation. I will give it to you. Sometimes I'm not required to because we've discussed this. Or you don't want me to win. So why would I waste time on that again?
That's good.
Right.
So how do you, I need Tasha, my friend, and Tasha, the businesswoman, at the same time.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Right.
Okay.
I need to see how you're going to do this.
Okay.
How do you separate your heart from logic and reality? Because that is my biggest struggle.
Okay.
My biggest struggle is, yes, I do have a I could tell certain people no, and there's certain people I just cannot say no to. Then there's
I
people
don't have those problems.
See, I want that. I don't want those problems either.
See, but here's my thing. It's black and white. Gray gets a little sketchy to me. I try not to deal in gray too much. Now, I have a huge heart.
Right.
But doesn't mean that you're going to take advantage of me. There's a difference. So, I think when you start to mess with that gray area and that, well, maybe I can, I'm not sure if, you start talking yourself into something that you don't really want to do.
Right.
And it's not beneficial for you or anybody else because if you don't really want to do it, you're not going to put your 100% into it.
Right.
So who wants that?
But then, you know what? Tina West, she's one of my faves on here. She said, come on now. Teresa Forever Grateful Home said, that's
Hi,
my girl, Tasha. Love her strength in class. Danielle Armstrong said, say that. Paula West said, yeah, me too. And then somebody else said, me too. Because it's not easy telling people no, because at the end of the day, you want the best for people. And you know that you have the strength to make stuff happen. And people know that. So I see where you're going, and I want you to go ahead and kill that.
But do you want the best for yourself?
Absolutely, that's good.
When you're on the airplane, they say put your mask on first, correct?
Right.
Put your mask on. Put your mask on, and again, like, people have to hear no. Like, you're not going to say no just because. You're going to say no because it doesn't work for you at that time.
Right.
And sometimes you also have to teach people to do for themselves.
Hey, what's going on from Brazil? Thank you so much for tuning in. But you're so right.
Yeah.
You're so right.
It's
You're
about
so
protecting
right.
yourself. Like, if you're going to compromise your sleep, you got to protect yourself somewhere else.
Listen, that's good. Jay had said, can she recall a time when that has happened? I'm trying to think. I probably missed it because of the time. Jay, when what had happened, you should call up here, 973-536-2707. Anybody that want to talk to Tasha, call up here, 973-536-2707. Come on, call in, speak to Tasha, ask your questions, because I'm telling you, she's hitting on some good things. And so this is for anybody who's an entrepreneur, but not even just an entrepreneur, anyone who's just living day-to-day life.
Right.
Whether you get up in the morning, whether you're working or not, the moment you wake up.
Right. Be your best self.
Be your best self. I'm putting that out there. Be your best. Because that's good.
Right.
That's good. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The world has beat down on people so much. And then, Tosh, people are getting beat up in their own homes. People are getting beat up in work. People are getting beat up by family and so-called friends.
Right.
So they feel like they're being their best self when they're their absolute worst.
Right.
And they're thinking that, I am being my best. No, you're being puppeted by people. So you're being who other people want you to be.
Right.
And let me tell you something. There's only one puppet master. His name is God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. If your name ain't Jesus, you cannot puppet nobody up in here.
Right.
Because we have gotten to that place where we've allowed people to use this spirit of manipulation. To condition us to be what we have not been created to be. My bishop had said, big shout out to Bishop Anthony Gilliard out in Elizabeth, New Jersey. He had said, be careful what you take into your ear gate, that it doesn't become something that comes out of your eye gate.
Right.
He said, be careful what you listen to, so that the very thing, the very, very negative things that you're hearing and the things that the enemy is saying to you, be careful how you take it in, so that you don't see what you're hearing.
Right.
And so give us an example of that. Like, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever felt like, man, this really might not work? And I feel defeated because at the end of the day, somebody wants me to feel defeated. Somebody wants me to fail. I'm going to muster up the strength, but I really do feel like I'm about to fail.
Yeah, I mean, again, entrepreneur, jump off the cliff. Oh, wait, I forgot the parachute. Like, that's just part of what gets done. Like, you know, there are times where things are planned out. You have your business plan, and year one, I'm going to do this, and this is my financial goal.
Right.
And then life happens. The phone, like, I don't know what my day is going to look like day to day.
Right.
Like, my phone might ring, and it might be a kid who, you know, one of my kids who fell in school.
Right.
Oh, got to stop. Got to attend to that. It might be a client who, you know, who needs something. It may be a tutor or a sitter who has an emergency. Like, I have to adjust. I have to adapt. I can't allow myself to stay in that space for long. It is okay. It's healthy to be like, you know what? I failed. I got up. I figured it out. Life happens. Like, yeah, are there people, are there situations where, you know, I felt like someone wanted me to fail? Yeah. And, you know, does it get you down? Absolutely. That's human
Especially
nature.
when you find out who it is.
Right. Right.
And that's some of the troubling things, because some people don't even want to work with you. They're trying to beat you at your own game.
Right.
But you can't. Hold up. Let me just make a quick statement. I'm going to put the camera on me because I'm getting antsy for 1 second. Let me just say this real quick. You can't beat somebody at what God created them to do. If
Right.
God has purposed you to do something, don't try to beat them
Right.
at what they are created to do.
Right.
Let them be who they are. I can't even tell you. I got to show you something after this. Sometimes the shade is so real.
But what's meant for
Say
you,
so.
What's meant for you will be for you. Like, what you're supposed to get is not mine. And I don't want it. If it comes to me, it's not coming the right way.
Right.
So, like, when you asked me before about competition among women, it's perspective. Like, whoever is winning over there, you know, I might be like, wow, like, she's doing a really good job.
Right.
I need to do more of that because that's really working. But it's not going to work for me in the same way because I'm not the same person looking to do the same thing.
Right.
And you have to accept that. Like, you can't copy exactly what someone else does and expect the same results.
And it's no shade.
Right.
You genuinely happy.
So I, you know, go ahead. Copy what I do. Good luck.
Look.
Because you don't know what it takes. You're not up with me at 2 a.m. And whatever you're doing that you're successful at, I have no clue. And that's your lane.
I can't wait to because when I show you what went down with me a couple of weeks ago, I promise you, Tosh, but I never thought that. No, I don't want to say I never thought that. You know, when you do what you do, you know somebody's always watching, but I didn't know how much people were truly watching.
Right.
Because I'm always on Facebook, so I'm like, I know people get tired of me on Facebook, and it is what it is.
Right.
Half the time, I get tired of me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize that as tired as these people are, they were trying to create. I can't because I'm gonna get mad all over again. But it's all good.
Right.
No shade to anybody anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they're not worth it.
Right.
But it also showed me that I am a lot more than I thought I was.
Yes.
And I said, you know what? How can somebody sit up there and try to do this? No, it's all good. Charge it to the game. I'm at the charge it to the game point now.
Right.
I sure enough wasn't there a couple of months ago.
And there will be other people who will test you.
Right.
But it's a test.
Right.
And it will strengthen you. Like, there will always be people, you know, there's always be somebody that's looking at you like, wow, like, I really admire her. I want to do what she does.
Right.
And then there's some people like, oh, well, she does it. I could always do it.
Right.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good
I'm
luck.
sorry. I feel like this is just like, I feel like Uncle Fester for the moment. So wait a second. I got a question for you, Tosh.
Sure.
Okay, so remember when we were talking about how, do you think black females sometimes exhaust their authority? Okay, we went through that, right?
Right.
So this question I didn't ask.
Okay.
So I found that some females are extra assertive based on their position coming from the military. So when an alpha male states his opinion, do you feel challenged, do you allow him to still be empowered? Do you allow him to still be empowered, or do you shut him down?
No, I mean, like, as an alpha female, I like alpha people. Like, right? You know what I mean? Like,
you have to have.
I need to be challenged.
Well,
like,
listen.
you know, like I mean, please don't let me run over you. Like, you know, don't be roadkill. Like, I like to be challenged. Now, I am going to also be heard. Like, you know, Natasha's not going to sit quietly. But at the same time, I'm going to respect your opinion.
Right.
I'm going to be an active listener and listen to what you have to say. But no, I mean, like, you know, I think that most alpha females are okay with, you know, listening to, taking direction from, when necessary, from an alpha male or female. But again, that's like when you know your own power. When you're insecure, you know, then that's when it gets, you know, kind of like, oh, I'm scared to listen to. I'm willing to hear what you have to say. I don't have to accept it.
That's good. And I think sometimes we get caught up. Hey, Aunt Francis, I see you on. I think sometimes we get caught up in trying to accommodate a person so much.
Right.
That we almost slip out of position.
Right. Right.
And Tasha, I've had that happen to me on plenty of occasions.
Right.
Because of trying to make sure that everybody else is okay and
Yes.
trying to please this one and
Right.
trying to, that's my life.
But see, when you're a nurturer by
Right,
nature,
right.
that's what happens as well. And it's okay sometimes. Like sometimes you have to give of yourself for other people because, people learn by watching you oftentimes,
right.
especially those who are not alpha or not as strong.
Right.
They may be just kind of sitting back watching. Somebody might be on now and just watching like, wow, I never thought I could be an entrepreneur. You can be an entrepreneur. You just need to know what you need to do and how you need to do it and what your strengths are.
And you know what? And somebody might need to help you bring that out.
Absolutely.
Somebody
we
might need to
all
help you
need
bring
that.
that
Like
out.
we all need to be inspired. Like the worst
right.
thing I think is like being in a life where you're not inspired. My friends inspire me all in different ways, but like I can pick up the phone at any point, and if I'm having one of those down days we talked about, like I can talk to my girl, like my girl Tippy. Hey Tippy, if you're looking and listening, like my girl Tippy, another Tiffany.
And you know what's funny? Because my cousins call me Tippy and Tippa.
Right.
It's hilarious when you say, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so funny.
And New Yorker as well, from Brooklyn. And like, just if you're having a down day, she doesn't let you. Like, she wants you to win, win, win. Like, you have to surround yourself with people when you're having those down days, when you're feeling like the world has beat you up. You need a support system. Like, you don't have to do it by yourself. And if you don't have that, you have the wrong people around you. You need to find people who you can give something to and they can give something back. Because it has to be reciprocal. Like, you can't just give.
Right.
Until there's nothing left.
Until there is nothing.
It's not fair.
Left.
No.
It's not.
And they will move on, and you will be drained.
I want to throw this thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm right.
Because
Natasha is right. You said I was a boss,
but right. You still right.
Right.
You still, but you're right. At the end of the day, it is what it is.
Right.
You are right.
Right.
Tosh, you have just completely blessed my entire life, and I mean, you have blessed so many people that are watching, and I know I'm grateful, and I'm sure they are grateful. If anybody has any way that they could reach you in regard to any of your businesses, good God, I don't even know where to start. How can they get in touch with you?
Okay, so if you want to reach me at CareCare Concierge, you can go on our Instagram page. Probably the easiest way to reach us at CareCareConcierge.com. You can go to our website, same thing, www.kidcareconcierge.com. If you want to learn more about me, Business Mommy, hit me on Instagram at Business Mommy.
Love that.
On Instagram, and we can chat.
I absolutely love that. Let me see. At the end of the day, oh yeah, that's Tina. She's typing up what you were saying. Yes, Tina, you better come through and slay today.
Hey, Tina.
Yes, Tina, where are you right now? You in California? She's faithful.
Okay. Hey,
faithful.
Tina.
Faithful. She's my faithful one. Okay, so let me see something. The final one that I want to read to you before we get ready to go off the air says, can she discuss the most difficult time an alpha male came in? Oh, yes, Lord, I like this question.
Oh, how many hours we got left?
Wait a minute. Can she discuss the most difficult time an alpha male came in and tried to dominate her in her most classy fashion and shut him down? She is the queen of shut down.
You know what?
She's been shutting people down since we were in high school.
One of my friends used to call me at work, Shark Bite. I don't get loud. I don't do loud. I've been sarcastic forever.
Yes, God.
I have been sarcastic forever. Silence works too. If someone is trying to dominate you, a few blinks, because when you're talking to yourself, because at a certain point, if you try to dominate too much, I'm out to lunch. Join me when you can. So, I mean, again, you choose who your competition is. You choose how you're going to engage.
Right.
So if I don't allow you to take my power and engage me, I won.
That's good. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. That whole alpha male piece, that's a serious deal.
Right.
Because, and I say that it's a serious deal and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let you close us out. Because the type of personality I have, this is why you helping me.
Right.
And you saving me a whole lot of money because there's so many people I want to talk to this about that are professionals. Right. But Tosh, I have the personality where I can, as loose as I can be. Right. Because I have an underlying dominance. Mm-hmm. My dominance isn't like yours.
Oh, you're a lioness.
Wait, am I lying?
Oh, you're a lioness.
I'm a lioness? You think so?
Yes.
But that mouth? Wait, my mouth. Listen. Wait a minute. You know what's funny?
People are scared to talk. I'm probably the only one that came up here so far because people are scared.
Tosh, you know what's so funny? Because the one asking the questions had said to me, I've never seen that side of you. I said, let me tell you.
What side? Do they know you? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Tosh, you know, I definitely can.
She's trying to get herself together, guys.
Look, I got a way with words. But
yes, you do. You absolutely do.
But here's the thing, though. Listen, the one thing you don't have to worry about me is trying to figure me out.
No sugarcoating there.
At the end of the day, right? I think I just have a way of. You laugh though. I have a way of. I'm trying to smooth this over real nice, and it doesn't seem to be working. You can't
sugarcoat that.
I can't. Right. I don't. Okay. How about this? I have a way of dominating.
Yes.
But. And the funny thing is, I enjoy that whole alpha male nature. Right. I honestly, I love it. Right. There was this guy years ago who wanted to date me, and I said to him, listen, I said, I would never date you because I said, as sweet as you are, I would chew you up and spit you out. Right. I need somebody in my life that can crack that whip and have me just say, okay. Right. And not everybody can do that. Right. Not anyone has. Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I'm lying. I don't want to say not anyone has. At the end of the day.
Please don't mention that.
No, I definitely won't name drop. But at the end of the day.
That's for when the mic's off.
Right. No, I lied just now. There's a couple of people that were able to. Right. One I married. Okay. you see what I'm saying? Yes. It takes a certain person that's able to be assertive, have a little aggressiveness where it's not offensive and abusive.
See, there's a difference between being assertive and being aggressive. I'm assertive. I'm assertive.
Now, we're assertive people.
Now, I can be aggressive.
Right.
Come for my children, and I no longer am assertive. I am full aggressive. Like, come for someone that I love, and I think you know that from back in the day. That's consistent. Like, I have a handful of people that I you have close to me, and then
I'm like this. I'm like this.
Yeah. So like I'm mostly assertive. You know, like, but you don't have to be aggressive. Like I said, like as an alpha woman, you can respect an alpha male. And the alpha male can respect you. It's an engaging conversation where you recognize one another's strength.
You know what's so funny? Because I'm still working on certain things in my life.
We're about to have a come to Jesus moment.
Tosh, because you have seen the assertive side and you've seen the aggressive side. Tasha and I was so tight. Tasha will tell you, I didn't want nobody messing with Tasha. I don't care how you put it. If Tasha told me that somebody was messing with her, I was up in their face and didn't even care because
I wouldn't even get to finish the story. But they
they might have apologized, but by then it's too late. But that's what I'm saying. It's called control. Right. There comes a point in life where you have to have a sense of control.
Absolutely.
Alpha, being an alpha male, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no issues with alphas.
Absolutely not.
I honestly respect them because, in all honesty, there's a strength that they have to draw from to be who they are because the world, if not, will kick their back in. Right. So I have nothing but a lot of love for alpha males or any male that is bold and strong enough to say, I am this kind of man. I'm strong. I am bullheaded. I can be a certain way. You can either take me as I am or leave. Right. And it's just up to us to be say, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to deal with you. Or somebody else that be like me, like, dang, that right there, that. Yes, Poppy. That was a good one right there. Yes. You know, so I like that kind of. Absolutely. I like that. But you are helping because this also, I'm a shift in a whole different vein that women ain't gonna like for a second.
Please don't get me in trouble. People like me right now.
Listen, you about to be hated on in 2 seconds. Just that quick. Because what this teaches women is how to respect the male as the alpha and understand his level of authority and position, and not try to combat him, not try to be equal to him, but try to understand who he is. Right. And I think sometimes we get upset. Your face is like, I ain't beat for that.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm letting her finish, guys.
Yep, because I think that there comes a point where you can be an alpha as long as you're not disrespectful.
Oh, absolutely. We agree on that. Absolutely.
As long as you're not disrespectful, go ahead and be that man. Take charge. Do what you need to do. If you need to crack the whip because I'm out of order, I'll let you get that. Right. I got to eat it every once in a while because I'm wrong. And so I'll go ahead and be like, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay, right. I get it. Absolutely. And I might have had to say I'm sorry like a million times, but I'm sorry. Right. Just deal with me because I'm trying, and some things just take time.
Work in progress.
And sometimes it takes a long time. Right. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that you challenge him. No. In a sense where it makes him feel less than a man.
Right, absolutely not.
A lot of women will strike that chord where they try to go ahead and chump a man's ego. My thing is this, he's a man. Right. Love him as a man. Right. Treat him like the man that he is and respect him as such. Right. As women.
You don't have to break a man down.
Say so, Tasha.
It's not necessary to do that. Like, you can be empowering without feeling as if you need to be intimidated. Like there's everything. There's a fine line, and there's that black and white I talked about earlier. You know, it's like, you know, you can be a supportive female, but still also work and do whatever it is that you want to do. Like I truly believe you can have it all as a woman, and you can be soft and feminine. But you could be a boss when you need to be a boss. Like you need to know when to turn it off, when to turn it down. Yeah. You don't. I don't believe you have to mute yourself because you need to be who you are. And people need to accept you for who you are.
Absolutely.
And the same thing with a man. Like you have to accept an alpha man for who he is. Right. And and when he has shortcomings, you support them. And when you have shortcomings, you need someone who's going to be like, look, babe, you're wrong. Right. And be like, this is what you need to do. Let's get the game plan together.
Absolutely. Yeah. And still love each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, there's still a way to do things in decency and in order without being disrespectful, without being bitter, without being so bold that you bruise them. And that's the thing. I think we become so bold, we become brash, and that's unnecessary.
Right, absolutely.
And that's unnecessary. Tosh, we got so much catching up to do. Thank you. Tell everybody one more time how they can get in touch with you, and then we're going to go ahead and get ready to sign off.
So my business page on Instagram is at CareCare Concierge. My website is www.carecareconcierge.com. My personal Instagram is at Business Mommy, and my website is Natasha is right, WRIGHT.com.
I so love you.
Thank you.
Oh
I love
my
you
gosh,
too.
I so love you. All right, y'all. I thank you. Thank you. Say bye to Tasha. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another week of Making Me Mad Radio Show. Oh, thank you, Tina. Tina said, great show. Big shout out to you, Tina. I wish I had a giveaway so I could just give you something. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We had an amazing time. We got to get Tasha back on here. And I will see you guys, Lord willing, next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys make sure to tell a friend, text a friend, share, and let everybody know that Making Me Matter show was on the air. We will be back on next week. We are celebrating Women's History Month. We got it. All right, y'all. We will see you next week only on the best internet radio station, the most talked about internet radio station in the land.
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
The most talked about internet radio station in the land.
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
The most talked about internet radio station in the land.
Pieces of this broken heart I have. Can you
just yesterday. We were so in love, those games we didn't play. Hey, now it's been 2 years and 1 month, and we've been together for so long. I'm feeling lost without you. I just can't make it right. No, I try to move on, but for me it just don't work. I try to stay strong, but the pain it always hurts. I try to survive, but I need you in my life. I don't want to hurt any longer. No, no, baby.
Help me mend the pieces
Help
of
me
this broken heart I
of this
have.
broken heart.
Help me mend the pieces of this broken heart I have.
I don't want to.
I don't want to hurt any longer. I know you're feeling some way, 'cause I feel the same way too. I can't help but realize I'm still in love with you. Ooh, can't we just talk about this? 'Cause we can't go on like this. Don't try to hide your feelings, what's deep inside your heart. I try to move on, but for me that just don't work.